Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for watching today. Thank you. If you are new here guys, please do not forget to subscribe and support the movement. Thank you so much for understanding. And if you are new, you are watching the Anointed Village Boy. Thank you so much. And for those who are new, my name is Milton Fonkwa. Alright, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about top 10 universities in Portugal for international students, and I will also elaborate a little bit about the tips on how you can apply to Portuguese universities. Yes, I will be talking about my top 10 universities in Portugal because I have actually done my research, and I believe that, and I hope you do your own research. Don't just take anything from Milton to be okay. Alright, do your own research before you apply for schools in Portugal. Remember I said you can get a master's degree, a bachelor's or a PhD in Portugal depending on where you are studying, because Portugal have polytechnics, private universities and public universities as well. Alright, I will be talking about just 10 according to me, but you can also add the University of Algarve, the School of Engineering, the University of Aveiro and the Polytechnic of Porto among these 10. Okay, so the 10 I'll be giving you are out of these 10, so you can add this 10 to it. I hope you understand. Now, you also need to understand that before I come to this, that Portugal has a lot of universities. Alright, there are a lot of universities, about 40 to 53 universities in Portugal and over 65 plus polytechnics, so you can choose from them. Okay, and about 6 public schools of law are also available in Portugal, but you need to understand that not all the schools teach in Portuguese, okay, and not all teach in English. So some schools will teach in Portuguese a particular course and others will teach in English a particular course. I hope you get it. So if you intend to study any program in Portugal like computer science, computer engineering, business management, international business, then it is possible in Portugal. Okay, and again, before Portugal was let me say, before, for you to obtain a BSc degree in Portugal, it used to take at least 5 years. Okay, but nowadays it is 3 years, but rather the MSc is 5 years. I hope you understand. It is also possible for you to get a doctorate degree, or let me say study PhD in Portugal. Alright, and you also need to know that tuition fee in Portugal is not very expensive. As a matter of fact, BSc and master's degree students will pay like between 1,950, 1,000 to 1,200, 1,300 euros per year maximum. Okay, so that is what you should know. Again, housing in Portugal is not that expensive, with 150 to 300 euros a month. Alright, in a shared apartment, you will be able to survive in Portugal. That is the amount of money for the room. And living expensive, let me say, food is as well cheap. With 150 euros in Portugal per month, you would be able to feed yourself if you are alone. Now, like I said before, there are a list of universities and I will be naming them one after the other, alright, but not in a particular order, because I do believe that all of them are all good universities for you to apply. On this particular YouTube channel, I talk about travel abroad opportunities, I talk about universities, but know that as a disclaimer, I don't have affiliations. It's not like a sponsorship. Alright, I am just sharing my knowledge for you because I know it's going to help you and others, or family members, friends and relatives, okay, to seek academic opportunities or careers abroad. So know that that is what is on ground. Now, these universities I am going to be listing here are the universities I think if you can apply there, you stand a chance to study good in Portugal. And again, you have to understand that before you even apply, there are a list of documents. There is a video on this channel you are going to check. Please check from or check the video description box. Alright, there is a video I did about requirements to study in Portugal. I will also emphasize again here some of the documents you will need. Again, before the documents, know that all the documents you will be using, you will convert them or translate them to Portuguese. Okay, for example, if your documents are all in English language, change them to Portuguese as well. Alright, because for you to apply, you need to submit documents in English and in Portuguese. I hope that is understood. For example, my own documents, some are pure in English, some are in English and Turkish. Alright, so if I want to use the ones that are in English and Turkish, I have to translate them from English to Portuguese, all right, or to Portuguese, and later submit the two, English to Turkish and English to Turkish to Portuguese. I hope you understand. So now you need to translate your birth certificate, your passport data page need to be present, but you are not translating it, you are translating your birth certificate. Okay, you are also translating your transcripts. I hope you understand, your transcript of records, and of course your diploma or your certificate from BSc in case you are applying for master's degree. In case you are applying for bachelor's degree, your YX certificate, your ordinary levels and advanced level certificate, your WSS certificate needs to be translated as well. Okay, then you also need the recommendation letters and motivation letters. You write the motivation letter and you get the recommendation letter from a professor or a teacher or from your university to show that I recommend this person for this program. I hope you understand. Again, you also need passport size photographs, all right, not the data page of your passport. Passport data page is different from passport size photograph, because a subscriber was asking me. I understand not all of us will know all these things, okay, so it is perfectly fine for me. Now the list of the universities I will be naming here, the first one I will go with the University of Lisbon. Okay, Lisbon is the capital of Portugal, so if I name all these universities without mentioning the University of Lisbon, I am not doing myself any favor. And again, I want to make you understand that when you are applying for schools in foreign countries, always try to avoid schools in the capital city, because transportation is expensive, food will be expensive, tuition may be normal, but there are a lot of things. Housing will be expensive, especially housing. Okay, but I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to the University of Lisbon. In fact, it is the best for me if I want to move to Portugal. Okay, so that is what you should know. The second university I will talk about is the Universidade All right, in the university, it is located in the city of Aveiro in Portugal. All right, so that is the second university I will talk about. The next university I want to talk about, or the next higher institution, is the Polytechnic of Porto. Okay, there is a Polytechnic of Porto. As we all know, like I told you before, there are polytechnics and there are public and private universities. But note that polytechnics and private universities will be expensive than public universities. I hope I already talked about the tuition fee. You can remember that. The next school I'm going to talk about is the Catholic University of Portugal. All right, this is a private university and we all know the name Catholic. Okay, then this other one is called Universidade Nova de Lisboa. All right, it is also found somewhere around Lisbon. Okay, so that is the next university I will talk about. The other university I want to talk about is the University Institute of Lisbon, also in Lisbon. Okay, the other university is the University of Beira Interior. All right, this one is found somewhere out of Lisbon. Then the next university is the University of Porto, the University of Coimbra, and the University of Milton. All right, these are the list of universities, my best 10 universities in Portugal. Remember I mentioned University of Algarve, the School of Engineering, and Évora University, and of course the Polytechnic of Porto. They are also, in addition to those top 10, these are also some good, very good universities you can apply for in Portugal. Now, for you to do an application in all these universities, I want to emphasize on this. Please always go straight to the university website. All right, check the application link and you start moving. But you know, remember that in some other countries like Germany, Estonia, Finland, Norway, no, not Norway, but Belgium, sometimes not all the universities in Belgium, all these countries I named, Sweden, they have a central platform where you can select your courses or apply to universities or program there, but not all countries like Portugal. Portugal doesn't have, Norway doesn't have. Therefore, you go university by university and website to website to apply for a program. All right, for example, if you must apply to the University of Lisbon, you just go on Google, you type the University of Lisbon admissions. Okay, it's going to pop up, but make sure you take note of the original site of the university. Okay, you go to the website, you check the application documents. All right, guys, please, application documents, very important, very, very important. When you see the list of documents you need, do not forget that I said you have to translate them to Portuguese in case they are in English, in your native language, in Hausa, in Turkish, in Spanish. in whichsoever language they are, please translate them to Portuguese, because you will present the Portuguese copy and the English version. I hope you understand. Again, when you have translated the documents, take note of the language requirements. In Portuguese university, being it a polytechnic, a private university, or a public university, you are required to show an English test, especially if your program is in English language. Alright, you are going to show an English test, and the English test you will be showing is the ielts score or the TOEFL score. Alright, it is very necessary for you to show this score when you are applying for English programs. I get people coming to me and they are like, Milton, are there English taught programs in Portugal, in Austria? Yes, there are in Austria, and there are English taught programs in Portugal as well. As a matter of fact, there are about close to 200 English taught degree programs in Portugal, both in for BSc, Masters, and PhD. All right, so if you are looking for programs, you have a wide variety of English programs to look into and apply. All right, when you have looked into the scoreboard, all right, for the English score, or you either get a C1 level of the Cambridge exam. If you can get the TOEFL or the IELTS, it is acceptable. Okay, then you will now click and you apply. When you apply, make sure you submit the documents as requested. And again, don't forget I said the documents, you have to notarize them. Alright, in the other video I did on this particular requirements to move to apply or to move to Portugal, I mentioned all of these things. You can as well watch that video to get more insight of what is happening. Okay, when you apply and of course you are selected, you will now apply for your D7 visa, which is the student visa. And remember, keep in mind the living expensive, keep in mind the accommodation expensive. But before you apply for a school, make sure you check the tuition fee and consider your budget. Okay, then check the list of documents. Make sure your program is in English language, because if you are accepted for a program and you paid the tuition fee without knowing if it's in English and you later realize it's in Portuguese, it's going to be a little bit of problem for you to retrieve your money back. All right, you have to pay attention to that. When you have registered, you have to apply for a health insurance. The health card, or let me say the health insurance, or the health card, you are going to apply for it only when you are in Portugal, and you will get information or requirements about that. It's very easy. In as much as you are a student, you need to apply for the card, because if you are sick, you need to see a doctor who is going to cure you or treat you. But remember, the health insurance is different, or the health card is different. It's not that different for every student. It might be different for Portuguese, which I don't think it is, because health insurance has to be same for every other person, either a citizen or an international. I hope you understand. Again, remember that your tuition fee you are going to be paying for these particular universities you have enrolled to, or you are to enroll to, would be different. Your tuition fee as an international student is going to be higher than that of a European student. Likewise, that of a Portuguese student. All right. Remember, again, someone who is studying in a polytechnic, a public university, his tuition fee is different from that person who is studying in a private university, because private universities, sometimes they don't reject people that much. Sometimes they are more of business than we understand that already. I hope the information was helpful. If it was, please do give this video a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Until we meet again in another episode, keep streaming, keep supporting the village boy. Bye bye for now.